So, hi Karolina, thank you so much for joining me today. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Karolina, and I'm the founder of Spontime. It's a spontaneous meeting mobile application that connects two people who want to do the same activity at the same time. For example, coffee, jogging, lunch, dinner, whatever.
With whom have you connected who has altered the course of your life, and what impact did this have on you and on the world?
Oh, well, definitely the biggest impact in my life was my family, but
Mm.
I haven't connected with them. Maybe I would say I met in San Francisco Karen Mayer. And I met her on an accelerator program, Women Startup Lab. She was one of the mentors, and she was the inventor of, I don't know how you call it in English, like the machines that scan your bodies at the airport.
Oh, yep, okay. I
Yeah,
think they're
so
just called
she
body
was
scanners.
yeah, so she's one of the people who got this idea and actually made it, and now it's everywhere,
Mm.
on like any security gates everywhere. It's her invention, and then I was like, okay, she's a woman, and it was, many years ago, and I've talked with her a long time, and she told me it was very difficult, 20 years ago to do something like that as a woman. So that was very inspiring for me, and then again, and then like Elon Musk, I thought that okay, everything is possible.
Yeah. And can you think of an instance where you have influenced someone else in a significant manner, and what impact did it have on them and the world?
I think first of all, I've influenced many people to do exchange abroad because I've always like exchange program as
Mm.
a student.
Yeah.
I've always like whenever I could, I did study abroad. So in high school, I went for America. In college, I went to Singapore, and then in grad school, I again went to America. So my second time was LA, and the first time was Boston. And I think these experiences were the most life-changing for me. So I think people like whoever sees me, they see whenever I talk about my study abroad experiences, I'm always very excited, and they see this excitement, this passion, and they always want to, like, they always decide at that moment that they want to do it too. So I really think that many people went like for abroad for exchange program because they met me and they told me that. But like the one person I think that really changed her life was when I was panelist in one conference in Poland.
Mm.
I was just invited as like a guest speaker, and I talked about my experiences, my insights as a founder, what was my journey. And then after this panel, one girl approached me and she said that I just completely changed her life plans and she wants to start her business now. And she actually did. So when I came back like a year after, she told me that she did start like her own startup.
Ah,
So
amazing.
her name was Kasia. So
Oh,
that was very nice. Yeah. So
amazing.
before that, she just planned to, work for a corporation, just
Mm.
like a regular 9 to 5 job. But then she said that because she met me, she decided that it's, not for her.
That's
So I
amazing.
think that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Was there a single event or moment that you could pinpoint as leading to the creation of Spontime?
So I think I had this idea of like connecting people for activities for a long time before,
Hmm.
because I was always traveling a lot, and as a European, it's much easier.
Mm.
And sometimes I went abroad by myself and I didn't know anyone.
Mm.
So I was trying all the other different apps.
Mm.
But then I realized there's only dating apps or event apps. So
Yeah.
event apps are very impersonal, group, formal. But if you just want to meet someone one on one, like, face to face, everything is dating.
Mm.
So it's, difficult for me to just find quickly someone to get coffee with. And the actual like moment when I got the idea was when I was in DC. I was doing internship there, and I didn't know anyone again.
Mm.
So I remember after my week after I arrived to DC, I haven't met any person through these apps, and I was working in embassy. So all the other employees were much older than me, but I just wanted to get lunch or go out with someone. And then I realized I'm in city center of Washington, D.C., and I feel bored. And I'm sure there's at least 100 more people who are bored as well at the same time. So then I thought that why is there no platform that could connect these bored people together, to go and do something. And then I think at that moment I got this idea and started the project.
Oh, so you've already started to a little bit, but tell us about your app.
So the app, it's very similar to Tinder app when it comes to like a mechanism, but it's not a dating app, it's a spontaneous activity friendship app. So you will see both boys and girls, and you will see what they want to do. And if you swipe right, you will express your interest that you want to join. If you swipe left, you will say, you just go to a next person. So basically, you pick what you want to do. For example, yoga, sushi, movies. You can type whatever you want because we have like a program that understands your words. And for example, you type coffee and I type tea. So the app will understand that we want something similar and it will connect us together. So after you select what you want to do, you will see everyone around you who want to do similar activities. And you can connect and join them. Yes.
And your app pushes the idea of spontaneity very strongly. Why is that?
I think I just wanted to make meeting people in general, your friends or no friends, more efficient. So very often I noticed by using all the other apps that it's a very, very long process to actually meet someone. So you chat for weeks, then you wait, then you schedule, and then last minute someone cancels. And then with friends, on the other side, it's also a bit difficult to meet like spontaneously because, for example, if I'm bored right now, I don't know which of my friends want to meet now. So I can call 3 or 5 people, but I want to call many more. So I wanted to make an app that will show you many more people than just 5, and you will see what they want to do today or at this time. So I don't know. I think when we do things, of course, not everything spontaneously, but sometimes the spontaneous decisions are the best. So also maybe that's just a part of me. That's why it's spontaneity.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean. It's a great quality to amplify in humans, I think. Tell me about your national representatives.
We have a team of 72 different representatives from 72 countries. So one representative in each country, not each country, but one representative for a country. And they contacted me after I said that I'm working on the app for the first time, which was a bit more than 2 years ago. We appeared in some blogs or some publications, and they somehow found out about us, and they send us messages, send me LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. I received many messages because they like this idea of spontaneous meetings. Mm-hmm. And then I got this idea. So if they do want to get involved, maybe we should create a program of national representatives. So we have one representative per country. And during this past 2 years, when we were building the app, they were very involved and they helped us build they send us feedback. They test with their own friends in their countries. They send us their insights. So it was very helpful to see all these different perspectives during the development process. And also, they want to help us, get our name out there in other countries.
And then what are your favorite features of the app?
Favorite features? Probably just like when you connecting with someone and start chatting. So chat is my favorite feature, maybe, because it's like a chat with new person, but also you already know for what you want to meet for, and you're going to meet today. So it's just much easier to just schedule your meetup.
As you know, I'm ideaXme's fashion ambassador, so if it's okay with you, I'll ask you a couple of fashion questions. So living in California, do you feel like people are invested in sustainable fashion more so than in other parts of the US and internationally?
So yeah, of course, I think California is always ahead of the curve with anything. And me being from Europe, coming to US, I already seen that US is a little bit ahead, and then California is even more ahead. And Los Angeles or San Francisco is like number one probably. and it's I think it's for anything, it's technology or fashion or anything else. Yeah, I see people. First of all, people are very trendy in California. Mm-hmm. I can tell they pay attention to their look, even if they go out just for lunch. And yeah, sustainability is very trendy now too. So yeah.
And do you take your role and position as founder and president into account when you're dressing in the morning?
So I usually work remotely or from like co-working space, so I don't really pay much attention in the morning, but I have some meetings during the day, so when right before the meeting I just change very quickly, maybe to look more formal, because I usually wear like leggings and like yoga pants and like sweatshirt, so that's my everyday look when I work, because I work with developers too, so it's usually based on Skype calls or just like I don't need to dress up
So you only have to look
so
good
much.
from the waist up.
I just want to look comfortable. Feel comfortable. But when I have investor meetings, then of course I dress up better.
And as a woman heading up a business, do you feel your fashion choices are judged more severely than a man's would be in your position?
I think so. I think that might be true. I never thought of that, but like startup, because we are in the startup industry, right? So startup founders who are male, the typical look is t-shirt and jeans or like a sweatshirt. But me, maybe that's just because I wouldn't feel comfortable going to official meeting like this. But I do think that people still pay attention to what you wear and how you dress, especially as a woman, which shouldn't be the case.
No.
We should all be the same. But
still going that way. And then finally, what are you wearing today and why?
Oh, so I'm wearing a sweatshirt. It's a blue Adidas sweatshirt and yoga pants because it's comfortable. And and that's why, because it's comfortable.
That's perfectly acceptable. And then finally, where can our listeners learn more about you and Spontime?
I will invite you to our website, spontime.co. So it's not com, but co.
Brilliant.
And then you can also find me on LinkedIn or Facebook, maybe, but I think LinkedIn too.
Great, that's everything.
Yes, thank you very much.